We're live. We're live. Just give me a moment. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Setting thumbnail. Doing the typical stuff. Doing the typical stuff. What is this? Yoink. Oops, that's the wrong button. What is this? I don't know. What is this? Whoa, it gave it to me. I don't know what that is. Thank you. And this is just telling me it's a lot of experience. I want that experience. Commissions, world quests. 60 Primo Gems for trying the card game. Don't mind me, I might do that. Story quests. Have to do more commissions to get keys. Too naughty yet. Hello Rui, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? You fancy some Genshin Impact? We're Genshin Impacting today. We're gonna do an epic trial of the century. We're gonna have a little Danganronpa moment. I'm still like setting up the stream and whatnot though. Yes. All right. Well, we're gonna be in for a ride. It's about to get good. I think it's about to get pretty interesting. I also have this bird thing. I don't know how I got this bird thing. Ah, but I got the. I really hope they could hear that from my headset, so that it doesn't sound like I scream for no reason. But we're gonna have a cool trial, hopefully. Things about to get real. Wait, does this mean that you were also lying about there being multiple pathings in this, or was it not a lie? Was that part true? Was that part not a scam? Bam, bam, bam. Okay, hold on. No idea. Oh God. Oh, well, I'm mostly asking social with that part. Bam, bam, bam. Hold on, just give me a few more moments. A few more moments. I'm not gonna bother to tweet this one out. Actually, I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna bother. All right. Maybe, maybe not. God dang it. God dang it. All right. Rui, you should totally do me a favor. As my favorite Canadian native Canadian, that thumbs up button, that like button's pretty cool in my opinion. That like button's pretty cool. Anyways, we have to go to 8, between 8, oh wait, hold on, we got mail. Yoink, that's the wrong button. There we go. Okay, time. We have to go to 8, tomorrow. Alright, 8:30. We're skipping, we're going right in. We're moving. Your Honor, my client calls oopsie daisy. That is my defense. It was not intentional. Let's take things step by step.
Good plan. Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Can I investigate the basement, please?
Just relax.
I still want to.
Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands.
Yes.
Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
Unless... Ow, I just bit my tongue somehow. Unless she set it up.
Thanks, Navia. Well, we'll be going then.
Okay.
Best of luck to you.
Okay. Wait, where are we going? What are we doing? Are we investigating more? Are we... Is it trial time? Oh! Cutscene.
Ah, finally, you're back.
Yeah,
Well,
Navia's
how
here.
did your investigation go?
I found some things. I didn't find everything.
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
Yeah, no, there's a few holes in my story. End of the day, Rui is who killed them. Didn't you tell me to call you Reen? Or like Rin, and I call you Rui instead. But whatever.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're trying.
Well, now, don't you all look disappointed? Don't tell me that your investigation came up empty-handed.
Stop shouting across the place, lady.
That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence.
You didn't even want to press charges in the first place.
But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
Just you wait, wanna be... I forgot the other character's name. Princessin of whatever the hell.
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is
Oh.
now in session.
Nouvellette is up there. Okay, the grand
Firstly,
trial.
in
It's
order for
trialing.
the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Linney explain the trick?
Yeah, explain the trick.
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Alright. Bangs on table.
Thank you, Mr.
When Nouvellette pops
In
up.
that case, I take your statement to be that
Okay. He can order me anytime. Order! Order in the wait, what does that mean? What does that mean, social?
you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Very correct.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Oh no! You are supposed to capitalize the honor in your honor. I uncapitalized it because I second guessed myself. Hold on, we're changing that. I'm changing it back. I uncapitalized it because I second guessed myself. I'm putting it back. I knew I was right. I knew I was right. I knew your and honor was both titles. Part of the title. Okay, hold on. We're changing the capitalization. We're grammatically correct here on this channel. There we go.
In
Alright.
that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina, do you wish to refute his statement in any way?
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying.
Oh, she's doing the point and everything.
There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
Okay, then where else could he be?
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Yeah.
Oh, is that so? And if I may ask, what did you hear while you were inside your box?
A thud.
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
Yeah.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
There was a thud.
No, nothing.
Oh
I
no.
see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
No.
Huh?
Huh? He didn't know.
Hey, hang on. Something's not right here.
Lenny did not know about the thud.
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
Uh-oh.
I was right by the box, and I definitely heard the thud.
Oh, it's leading in favor of them.
Could those mean...
Oh, that makes sense.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye.
This is where the game is from. This is the game. It's not an anime. It's a mint. No, no mints.
Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid. Tell
Okay.
me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
Oh, dramatic bars, as if I'm supposed to know what that means.
The House of the Hearth?
Oh, I like what they're doing with like the screen cutting instead of swapping the character to character. They're Fatui?
No wonder they did something like this.
Oh, they're evil. Ah, they're evil.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatsui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
No, not a mint. No one's a mint.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
Oh, no, he's rational, apparently.
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
They're Fatui. No, I'm protecting the enemy.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute.
Sure.
Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it.
Who's a mint? Who's a mint? War Thunder. You're gonna be a plane? Oh, we're just gonna sit here and think.
The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting and discord, I suppose. This was almost too easy.
Chick with the white hair.
Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
Oh god. Now we don't trust him because he's with Tui. Oh no.
Hey, Lenny, why didn't you tell us this before?
They're Fatui. They're evil. I knew it.
Order! Order! Mr. Linney, allow me to re-establish the facts. Lady Farina
There's a
has
lot
raised
of white
2
hair
points.
people here.
First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hearth.
Yeah.
Are these claims true?
This one. Oh, Paimon. No social. No social. Stay down. Control yourself. Control yourself in the court. There is no room for thirst. The floating one? I mean, might as well be, honestly. Yes, social. Oh no. Oh god, now we're having doubts. Child is here. There's a scheme. There's a scheme for Tui. Oh no.
Please answer my question, Mr. Linney.
Every time it looks at Nouvelle, it's just gears.
I'm sorry.
You can't just say I'm sorry.
Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
Oh, he's Fatui. Oh.
I knew it.
Oh
Well, that's
no.
it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
What should we do now?
Permission to speak, Your Honor. Hello, Emperor Zinderman. How you doing? How you doing? How's your day been? Thank you for stopping by.
Granted.
Hey, thank you. My clan has withheld. My defense cannot proceed. What? Oh no. Do these mean the same thing? Oh no. My client has withheld some key information.
In that case, what is your request?
I request a brief adjournment. We need to have a private conversation.
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
Oh no, get soup. I'm sorry, low under the weather, Emperor. Hopefully, this little mock Danganronpa trial will cheer you up in our shenanigans as we figure out why our friends are evil. But I'm doing fine though. It's been a day. It's a busy day. It's a busy day. We'll get
The
through it.
defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
After stream, I'm gonna have to do some college work, make dinner. But for now, we're gonna be immersed in Genshin.
Order! Order, I say!
Order!
Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial will
Handled the
reconvene
soup last
in
week.
1 hour.
No! All the soup! No! No, stop. Okay, Nouvellette, you're not allowed to say order anymore. You're you're getting social excited.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought.
Oh, I'm a professional, all right. 600 gummy bears? Like, gummy bears are like the vitamin gummy bears.
In that case, my dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
I would say maybe if you eat like 200 gummy bears, maybe you'll be happy. I think that's the key. You don't have a victory. There is no victory. You will lose, Farina. You're arrogant. I don't know what arrogant means. Haribo, okay. Wait, now I want gummy bears. Oh, curse you. Hey, Lynette, we gotta talk about this. You're evil. You are a sworn enemy. Yeah, we both...
This is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry, Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, really?
Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two.
I trusted you to an extent.
We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys.
And you are bad guys.
Not to set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad.
I'm really mad.
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but please, let me explain.
I hate the Fatui.
I know you've clashed with the Fatui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset. But our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face.
Yeah, maybe.
I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends.
I mean, we're apparently friends of child, which, I don't know how. But, I mean, maybe we can still be friends, maybe, as long as you're not, like, horrible guys. Like, you can be bad guys, just not horrible guys, that's fine.
That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead.
Okay.
The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to.
But what if you're lying?
Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point.
Oh man, he dropped a heck. What do I do now?
You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal.
At least not in this
Yes,
case.
not in this case.
Usually on the bad guy side. I see. One of my biggest hopes for Genshin Impact is I really see. I've said this to social, and I've said this to my friends. I'm hoping that I don't see them doing this, but I really hope there's the chance to either face your sibling and be the quote unquote hero, or to join your sibling and be the quote unquote bad guy, and that be a split ending. And I would love that. I don't think Genshin has any replayability, so you can like change your pathing, unless you can like restart the quest, specific quest. But like I think that would be really cool to have that kind of decision, because it's also logical. You have the draw to trust your sibling, who you know has been here much longer for some reason, or you can stick to yourself and your friends you met along the way.
Sorry. Please forgive us.
You seem so sincere.
Well, you both say that, but
Where did you actually go while the trick was being performed?
right. Let's hear your answer first, and no lies now.
No lies.
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately?
Maybe it's not a robot.
During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it.
Okay.
From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick, with the objective of getting close to the core.
Which is in the basement.
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
Okay.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
And what did you find?
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice. Which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room.
And
that voice seemed to
what's up, Silent?
recognize
What's up,
me and
Silent?
tried
Yeah,
to
no,
speak
I'm
to
doing
me.
stuff now. Finally.
I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came.
The voice didn't recognize me. Okay.
On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought.
Daisy, hi Daisy. Bye Daisy. My dog just kind of walked in and walked out.
After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
I mean, I haven't become a mermaid yet, so you've done more than me.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
But why do you want to understand how the thing operates?
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
Okay, maybe that kind of makes sense?
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time.
Sounds like it.
It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either.
Man, those are expensive, aren't they? I think they are. Also, I have no idea how to put that in. But that sounds real convenient. That sounds so convenient.
But like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
That's a lot. That's a lot. But that's actually so good. That's one of the things I'm struggling with right now is the extended storage for PS5. Like the external ones can only hold PS4 games, so I can only have like 3-4 PS5 games, and I can have all the PS4 games I want. So I had to sacrifice Dead by Daylight to get Genshin to do these streams.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
I believe in the facts. Oh! Oh no! On my phone. Okay, I thought you have a good bit of storage. Whew. I will defend you from these charges. I believe that judgment should be dispensed. Oh, there is a path, it seems. I will defend you. I will defend you for now.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
Of course, buddies.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watertight defense.
Actually, we already have the key evidence we need.
Huh?
Let's go back.
Oh, Paimon thinks she gets what you mean.
Sure, where did your funny glasses go? Oh. Chamber not witnessed the crime taking place and thus did not. Okay, so do you have to expose his real plan? You have to exploit. Would that just get him in trouble of a different crime? We have more evidence. We have more evidence. Continue. Paimon gets digested by a rhino. With a smiley face too.
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial.
Yes. Time.
When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
Okay.
That took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention.
Paimon got her glasses back.
At this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective.
I'm somewhere in the middle when it comes to Paimon. Oh, based on the... You can identify loopholes. Oh no! You can identify loopholes. Yes, 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 yes. Use evidence and clues. No! We're danganronping! We're danganronping! No! 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 Well, like, yes, but like, no! I'm excited, but I'm scared. Okay. Refute any erroneous. Replace them with them. Okay. Oh no! When you find or refute all incorrect content, you can complete the cycle of refutation and unveil the truth. While having a cactus in my mouth. Oh, that's unique. I haven't heard that one before. No!
As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel.
Yes.
When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud.
No.
He did not realize that this sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house.
Oh, hey,
which is
power
why
to you.
He claimed earlier that he could not hear the sound.
Okay.
Finally, he used the vase to knock her out before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her.
Okay.
At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise, and caught
I nailed this first time. I'm scared.
red-handed. So Linny proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box.
Okay.
Afterward, Linny passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands, before operating the devices such that Cowell's death would be ruled an accident.
Okay.
And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
Okay.
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady Farina's description of the events?
The key to refuting Lady Farina
It's my
is
voice.
the order of events, what Linny experienced, and what he saw.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, Linny entered the thingo. The loud sound was from... No.
According to
Okay,
Linny,
successfully
he
refuted.
left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had that
Turned to
altercation
midnight.
with Halsey.
It's midnight for you? Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. You are so in the future. You are so in the future wherever you are. Mysterious voice. But this is talking about the vase. The vase. No. Okay, hold on. This is when Lindsay turned the puzzle, the crime had already taken place, and all Lindsay saw was... Would this be the close?
Linny did not take part in the underground altercation. He only witnessed traces of the
Germany.
aftermath.
Oh, okay. I should know German time. Yeah, no, you were definitely in the future. You were definitely in the future. I have a German friend, and I did a Day Shift at Freddy's stream for him, and I had to do it like way earlier than I usually would to account for the time difference. Whew. Whew. Okay, so Linny into the tunnel. Meticulously designed magic prop activated, causing the water tank. Everything's like an accident. Wait, what? You're in Germany, but you're glad you don't live there anymore? Let's go! Moonlight's here! No!
Seems this won't produce a
Okay. Lenny was not in the tunnel. Hear a voice.
Lenny went to the room that contains the Oratrice's core. This is the actual truth.
Yeah, there's a voice there. Oh, there we go.
Attention! Ace Detective Paimon has something to say.
What's up? What's up, the skull? Should I farm for Crimson Witch set for Hu Tao? So here's the thing. I'm not actually like a Genshin guru. I don't really know about the specifics of artifacts and all that. I really just play the game for the story. I do, however, have Social Kitty in the chat who is a Genshin guru who might be able to tell you more, and Silent who might be able to tell you more, maybe. I'm not too sure. But Crimson Witch, I've heard, is good for fire characters. I have it for fire characters, I believe. Go. Alright, Emperor, thank you for hanging out for a bit. Thank you for hanging out. Hopefully I see you again. I appreciate you. But yeah, I don't know. I would say maybe go for it, but I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert. I was subbed. Yo, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Paimon has something to say. Goodbye, Emperor.
When the countdown started, Lenny did indeed go into the tunnel.
Lenny is in the tunnel.
But he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored.
Yes.
Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately.
Yes.
The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again, and in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time.
Nope.
Finally, he reached the surface, and that was when the accident happened from his point of view. Therefore, he's innocent.
Innocent. Yes. There's our story. Okay, now we're even. We're on even grounds again. Is there going to be more refuting in this? Hold on, I just bugged out my YouTube. I have to restart it. Let's go. Refutation successful.
Paimon did it! Paimon actually managed to say all that! Wasn't it awesome?
Good job, Paimon. You
In other words,
you said things.
believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
Nothing at all. I believe my opposition's reasoning is flawed. You see it, Your Honor. My client calls oopsie daisy. Shut the hell up. You weren't even there. You didn't see anything.
My reasoning?
Yeah, your reasoning. The onstage equipment was clearly tampered with in a premeditated fashion. However, you say that Cowell bumped into Lene by chance.
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill? Assuming that what you say is true, Lenny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
True.
Oh, they have a point.
Yeah, we have a point.
That's right, you tell him!
And that's why they're partners of mine. They've managed to turn things around.
Thank you, Navia. I appreciate
Well,
you.
Your denial is very strident, I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims?
Do you happen to remember?
Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask? You're saying that he wasn't.
No, that's exactly what we said. Your claim has also become a critical clue. Your claim has now become my weapon. Oh, wait. Which is the evidence that Lenny wasn't in the tunnel when the crime took place? Irrelevance. Irrelevant. Oh no. Which is evidence that Lenny wasn't in the tunnel when the crime took place? It would have to be out of the three that we have. So we have missing lady's identity, the strange sound, and the entrances and exits.
Are you sure we don't need to give this more thought? Paimon thinks there's something
Oh no.
off here.
Okay, not that one. My bad. There's an audible thump.
Are you sure we don't need to give this more
Okay,
thought?
I tried. The thump? Really? Is the thump that we've called so much?
That's right! Lenny
Yeah.
wasn't in the box or in the tunnel.
Whatever.
That's why he didn't hear anything strange during the performance.
Yeah. It wasn't anywhere near the thumping.
This means that when the crime happened, Lenny had already entered the basement via the vent.
Yeah, the vent.
The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof! How do you like that?
Well played.
Yeah.
To think
Oh.
you'd use such logic.
I like her inner little, like, not so cool, calm, and collected on the inside little duplications.
Well then, if it wasn't Lenny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
The murderer was... Select the gear icons and interface to check the corresponding case questions. Select answers and fill all empty gears to verify the correctness of your deduction. If you made mistakes, you must make another selection for the remaining options. Once you have answered all questions correctly, you can complete this logic chain. The guard's investigation report indicates a fire was released near the end of the stage, ignited in one of their quotes. This caused a water tank. Okay. If Linnae is no longer under suspicion, only members of the troupe would have been able to tamper with the props. Okay. Linnae gave a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work by using a box inside of a box. The idea is for the box containing the audience members to be transported, and Linnae himself would also use the tunnel to get to the other side. Having changed their outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge of onstage interactions. The clothes belonging to Halsey, the lady went missing, were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. Who was the only person who could have committed this crime?
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
Don't know how far you want the story, but do you think that Farina... I do think that Farina is the Hydro Archon.
Could there have been a third person involved? Is that really a possibility?
Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do this. No! Stop! How do I get to the proper... There we go.
The deceased's name is Cowell.
Okay.
Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. Or did she have her own scheme all along?
Well, then, like that's the same argument of, like... I don't know. Is Nadia really an Archon? Because she's not the OG Archon. It's just a position, I think. Select clue? It's the only one I can select. Hypothesis incorrect. Why did... Okay, I didn't think so.
The deceased's name is Cowl.
Mystery third person. Okay, well...
The deceased's name is Cowl.
Well, Cowl was who I wanted to put in the first place, I guess, so whatever. Whatever.
Huh? That can't be right.
Cowl was what I wanted to do first, but I found the others more interesting.
The killer was, in fact, Cowl, the deceased!
Yes!
Oh, is that so? How interesting! Let's hear your reasoning then.
Maybe.
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowl did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim.
Okay.
No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. So where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? The deceased's name is Cowl, Linny's assistant. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so there must have been some fear that she would attract attention.
Then something that she would attract attention.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing... Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which... It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well.
That's weird.
The deceased's name is Cowl, Linny's assistant. No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so there must have been some fear that she would attract attention.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and... The deceased's name
Let's
is
just start throwing
Cowl,
things together.
Linny's assistant.
No, it's okay. It's just a bit of multitasking.
The sound we heard may have come from... It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely... No one entered or left the Opera House.
Okay, no.
No one entered or left the... The sound we heard may have come... It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well.
Select.
The deceased's name is Cowl, Linny's assistant. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel.
Maybe this one.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing
What
Halsey
collision would you like to
and
see the Traveler get next?
Personally, Pyro. Personally. Okay, we're still wrong. How can I prove that there was an altercation in the tunnel?
No one entered or left the Opera House through... Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between... No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. So where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey?
Okay,
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so there must have been some fear that she would attract... The sound we heard may have come...
Okay, so bam.
It would have been tough for both people to...
Who is the prime suspect currently?
The deceased's name is
Oh,
Cowl.
those hints. Where did the missing Halsey go?
It would have been tough for both...
Haven't I already done this combination? Okay, no, I'm close. Missing Halsey.
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel.
Okay. Incorrect, but that was the only option it gave me. No! I messed up. Or did it do it for me? Oh no. Leaving aside how he died, Kao had all the means to commit a crime at his disposal. The strange noise could have likely been the sound of Kao and Halsey struggling. Linnaea was not in the tunnel for 1 minute, so I'd given time for Kao to bring Halsey out the magic box in the audience stands. But according to the guard's testimony, no one entered or left the opera house, so even if he had taken her, there would be no means of exiting. Exiting from the box would have been in full view of the audience, pretty much regarding the guaranteeing that they'd be discovered.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring
Where in the world did
things
Halsey
out?
go?
I see how it is.
Oh no!
So this was all just a bluff. And here I thought you had something to show for it.
That was close.
You're still far from the truth.
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track? Just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
Well, that would be
Is she
nice,
still in the
but
basement?
The tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely. And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You know, like you did from that water tank, Lynette.
Escaping from the water tank. Could it have been the water?
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents, but do you not see that the crowd is growing impatient?
I have no idea where else to
There
even
is
go.
no greater sin in this opera house than an awkward delay in the performance.
Okay, whatever. Oh, it's shifting their hands a little bit. No.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
No! Hold on a second.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment.
Oh god, here we go again.
Which gave our criminal ample time. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
Yes.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
Yes, he would. Very bad guy. Where did the Missy Halsey go?
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances.
So we've tried that one, have we
where
not?
would the criminal?
The broken vase, that's
The
new.
vase was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important evidence. The water. It would have been tough for both people to fit into
Yep, I think it is. I think the water is.
vase
This
was
is
not
new.
broken by
Why not?
chance.
Water! Oh, we did it.
Paimon gets it! It all comes together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped. Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind.
Yes.
If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water...
Oh, just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the
I
moment.
don't sound preposterous.
How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick.
I request we examine Cowell's personal effects.
Must we really? I should think that of anyone. Your friend Linny already knows this truth very well. Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection. But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about 2 completely different things.
Or are we?
Even so, I trust the traveler's judgment.
Yeah.
The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense.
Yeah.
Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
No.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress.
Yes.
Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased Cowell.
Yeah.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste.
Okay.
We
Come on,
discovered
Esmond.
several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately.
Oh?
The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are water from the primordial sea.
Oh.
The primordial sea.
Primordial sea. Whatever that is.
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice.
So he is evil.
The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times.
Oh.
One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject.
See?
As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
Let's go, Esmond. That's my guy.
You gotta be kidding. People dissolving into water?
Yep.
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
Yep.
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
Maybe not.
Huh. If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Hey, where you going, Navia?
Mademoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Yeah, trust.
Order! Order!
Oh! He's ordering. Oh god. Oh no, he ordered again.
It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results. But we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues.
You mean?
Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found. Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Of
Let's
course.
go.
Thank you, Your Honor. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all.
No, it did not.
Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something
Oh
to do
god,
with
we're
that
about to be detective
water from
again.
the primordial sea.
Who is the prime suspect?
The
This.
deceased's name is Cowell.
Well, I'm the culprit used to control the timing of the dissolution.
Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. Did she have something to do with it?
No.
I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box.
What item did the culprit use?
Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick.
Yeah, triggering, okay. What item did the culprit use to dissolve? This
Water
one.
from the primordial sea
See, now I understand
have
it.
been prepped before
Now I understand
Halsey
it.
entered the magic box.
What item did the culprit use to hide the mechanism behind the crime?
The rope that held the water tank up was lit by the fireworks and snapped. As such, the focus here is on the water and not the tank.
Maybe a special rope? No, okay. Like I was close.
I remember there was something.
The box. The box. Yeah. Yeah. Progress. Oh god. Pop off, Paimon. I'll do the thinking, you do the speaking.
In the original plan, Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey.
You have birds and deer? You missed an order. You missed order of in the court, like a really mad one, a very stern one. Maybe it's for the best that you missed it.
Afterward, Cowl would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage.
Smart.
But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Okay.
Huh. That does make sense.
Yeah.
That actually links together a lot of the more
Cer
confusing pieces of
certain
evidence.
audience member. Okay, balance is shifted.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Am I falsely accused
I'm
of
jealous.
innocent person? What a humiliation.
Give up, Farina.
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death.
Yes.
His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
The secret third person.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence.
No, no. I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would.
I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Nice.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case. And we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
What?
What?
That can't be.
Uh-oh.
I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack only to come back and wound you.
Uh-oh. Wait. Is it Navia? Or would it... Did she leave to go implant evidence?
Does this not clear
Is it
all
Navia?
doubt? My dear citizens,
There's no way they thought that far ahead.
allow me to present my reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close.
Look, I'm throwing things out there. Oh, here we go again.
Linny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent. Having made modifications to the props beforehand, his accomplice Cowl then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Linny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime.
Uh-oh.
Ultimately, he knocked Cowl out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon. Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the
Who is Yumi?
cold-blooded and ruthless
sorry, Yumi.
organization.
The Fatui is evil. Ah! How dare you!
Mr. Linny.
You're not right.
We used up all the evidence we collected. There's no way for us to make a rebuttal here.
Sure there is.
Is this the end of the road?
No. 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 No.
I can't think of anything either.
Stop.
Doesn't look like there's any way around this.
No.
Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move. Why did this have to happen now?
No.
I think we've all seen enough now. And we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning.
No.
I believe this is indeed the finale.
No. No.
Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view, move...
Hey, what's happening?
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
Navia.
Miss, I must ask you not to shout and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic?
Oh, magic.
I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared
Wait,
back
what?
in the flesh, right before your very eyes. Please, do the honors, Mr. Linney, if you would be so kind.
What?
What in the world is she saying?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again?
Oh.
Wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Lenny
Okay, this might be
Nanette.
interesting.
Give it another go. Don't worry. Spina di Rasula has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf. But as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
I understand.
Okay, so what's gonna happen now?
And voila.
Oh, hey.
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence.
Oh?
I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me, and then before I knew it, she caught me.
Oh?
That'll teach you to underestimate
So
us.
Halsey is the accomplice? Maybe?
Where should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowl.
Oh.
I admit it.
What? Why?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt.
Okay.
I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one. That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and
She's
there.
the thief.
And
I was
I've
right.
never been caught before. But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Lenny was the one who caught me in the act.
Yep.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar.
I was right.
So you were the thief.
She was the thief.
Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was on to me for sure. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box.
Mm-hmm.
There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance
She
costumes.
was in the performance costumes box.
I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
Professional thief could probably make it work.
But I swear I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
That's fair, maybe.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
Yep, now it's time to refute the Hydro Archon's previous reasoning.
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lillian's perspective.
Okay. Yeah, my time. My turn, not time. Alright. How would Halsey have reacted? The water from the circle in. Took her clothes off? Wait, okay, hold on, let's see. Okay, the fight. The thump. Either the vase or the... Okay,
the
vase.
flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but it was smashed during the struggle between Lillian and Cowl.
What did Halsey do? It's either thump or the close. Okay,
The
thump.
strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lily-Ann's attempt to break out when she was frightened.
Okay. And then we have the nope. And then he knocked out, which means close.
Lily-Ann was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid, biding her time. Just what one might expect of an experienced thief.
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time!
Here we go. Here you go,
Selected out
Paimon.
of the blue, Lily-Ann panicked.
Panicked.
Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head.
Yep.
So she kicked the door open, producing the thud we all heard.
Right open.
Hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lily-Ann had not dissolved.
Yep.
He did not know that Lily-Ann was not from Fontaine, but was a thief who made her way in by stealing a ticket. Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lily-Ann back into the box. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lily-Ann came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box.
Right in the box.
With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
The performance ended. Yep. Yeah. I like how anytime we defend ourselves, it's only equal. It's never in our favor. It's only ever equal. Woman power. Oh, women swing. Dude, she got hands.
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the Opera House these last 2 days.
Has she ate?
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses. Talk about a sneaky thief.
That's who. Yeah, Paimon wasn't crazy.
At this point, all the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
Ah, so that's the whole story.
Bravo! Bravo!
Bravo. Yeah. Let's
Now
keep
then,
lean in our favor.
Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements?
I don't think there's much statement. We have like 2 different testimonies.
Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have
She was about to leave. She was about to leave. Now it's just them that she's wrong.
What? Are you reading my mind now? No, I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
No.
Wow. Look at that. She's like a deflated balloon now.
Get
If
wrecked.
there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events.
Okay.
The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved.
Okay.
He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks.
Oh.
He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid.
Yep.
Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water.
Okay.
If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise.
Okay.
Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim.
It's quite poetic, really.
Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house.
Okay.
As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings.
I like how they're not questioning why he was snooping around. You mean like wouldn't have been the guy instead? Wait, that's true, because stole the ticket. The ticket was the reservation, so the ticket should have technically been under the guy's name. You're right. There is a logistical loophole here, because if she had someone else's ticket, how do you get in with someone else's reservation? Wouldn't they look at the ticket and be like, "Huh, you're not Hank Hill"?
From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact innocent.
But also, unfortunately, Fatui.
While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separately, this case, at least, can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
That's in our favor.
As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Woo! Ace Detective Paimon.
Great work, partners.
Hey, thank you, Navia, for coming in clutch. We almost lost.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Sorry for accusing you as being evil.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know.
Uh-oh.
Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence that you dare to bring before this court?
Uh-oh.
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes? I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
Coupon Town.
I was just following orders.
Oh.
We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
Higher-ups?
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
True.
Yes, I'll tell you everything I know.
True.
Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve.
Okay.
It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration.
Okay.
We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent more off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about.
Oh, he's dying. He turned in the water. Uh-oh.
And now he can no longer talk.
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
Who is them?
An outrageous act.
True.
All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
Oh, look at the robo guards. Oh god. Nothing was seen apart from the liquid was left behind after Mr. Man died.
So, we're just going back now?
We're not needed here anymore.
That's true, but...
But what?
Traveler, Paimon, please wait.
Hey, what's up, homie? Who's actually evil? Oh, I'm giving the silent treatment.
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me. But still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end. Even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui.
I just wanted to make sure that we're square. I didn't wish to see anyone square.
I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Linny this entire time. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all. That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
Who is the Knave? Hold on, I'm gonna look into who the Knave is again. I want a refresher. I want a refresher. Hold on. Which one is that? Genshin Impact. The Knave. No, the Knave. Who's the Knave again? Oh, that's the girl. Okay, that's the girl from the trailer. Okay.
The Knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
She's your father.
That's right.
If they're angry, if they're
Since
very
we're
angry.
Here,
I'm angry.
I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story? It's about my past.
Why not?
Back when our parents first died, Lynette and I were left wandering the streets.
Okay.
To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks.
Okay.
I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever.
Oh, they have tragic backstories. No.
Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
That was how we felt at first, too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful days. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks.
Mommy and father, oh no.
Constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention.
Is
which
that
he would then
who?
use to expand his social circles.
Is that who? Is the Knave who Layman uses as an avatar in VR chat? Or is that someone else?
That doesn't seem too bad either. Better than roaming the streets at any rate.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was.
Okay.
After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me.
Uh-oh.
I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
Uh-oh.
Oh no. So he was gonna... But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
No.
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law.
So what happened after that?
I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person, and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in...
Okay.
all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood. And the knave standing there in the darkness.
Oh.
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in the basement.
What the hell?
All of them orphans. Father, I mean, the knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer. The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here.
Okay.
I was hesitant to trust her. I mean, I had just been betrayed by nobles. But she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Okay.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the
Sosa! Hey, Sosa. How you doing, Sosa? Knave is after the Gnosis, isn't she?
She has her own plans. She has gained permission from the Sarita to first use the Gnosis's power when she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
I'm in boredom. Why are you bored, Sosi? Look, okay, there's, remember how I said that there should be a little bit of time to play Overwatch, before, today? There's one small thing I forgot about, is that I have to do a writing assignment, after I finish the stream, so there might be less time than I, planned, but I'll try. I'll try to get the writing assignment done pretty quick. It's sort of lengthy, though, so we'll see. Or only kind of. It's like a page long. Just to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
So, she believes in that prophecy too?
No. Not usual king. Not usual king.
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis.
Okay.
Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy.
Group post. I mean, I'll be there eventually. We can get some Overwatch in, probably, maybe, or something. We'll figure it out.
Everyone at Hotel Bouffe d'été, including the knave, has their roots in Fontaine. And we will always defend our homeland.
That's fair.
To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
No.
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing a Gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. I understand. The only thing I can do is relate all this to you.
Updated Overwatch? Hell yeah. I mean, you're free to join a social if you're not on VR by the time I'm done with my assignment, if you want to play a little Overwatch. Sosa's cool. You'll probably like Sosa, but he'll be quiet. I bet he'd be quiet, because he's more awkward than me. With stranger danger. Even without stranger danger.
I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, I have never stopped making my own decisions, and that I believe what I'm doing is right. If you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me. I will do my best to help you, as plain Linny.
I understand.
Bye, Linny!
Oh, look at Paimon being nicer than us. Well, successful day and trial. We saved Linny and Lynette, but at what cost? We saved our enemies. Maybe it would have been better that they get locked up. Less Fatui out there to steal the Gnosis, to give to the Sarita to become God. The ultimate God. Goodbye, Sosa.
Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
What's the So Gang?
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Oh, Sosa social. Goodbye, Sosa. Goodbye, Sosa.
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though. Don't you think so, too?
Well,
What's wrong, my dear partner?
I don't actually care about that. I wasn't necessarily looking into the serial disappearances case.
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades now? And given that there's new evidence from the trial, there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archon's people to follow now, right?
Yeah. Daisy, don't hit my mic, I swear to God. I love you, just don't hit my mic.
I see. Well, I won't lie. I'm a little shocked to hear that from you. But I suppose you are just travelers who have only arrived in Fontaine after all.
Yeah, no, we're just stopping by, man.
Sorry. I might have been too presumptuous.
Don't say that, Navia.
Aw, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too.
Look, maybe in a world quest or something, man. I don't know.
It was like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth, and the reflection in the murk to become clearer.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I'm a bit prone to nostalgia. Don't mind. Wait, shall we have a farewell meal?
Yo.
You know, to commemorate our time as partners?
I think it's a good idea.
Huh? Do we really need to get that formal? Well, guess you really did treat us as partners, huh?
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. That way there are no regrets later.
Mushrooms and frogs.
Anyway,
Hello,
it would
Daisy.
just be a meal, so it shouldn't
Daisy.
take up too much of your time.
Let's go have a meal then.
You don't have to twist Paimon's arm. If Boss Navia's treating, count Paimon in!
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return to the Court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Boer? I believe we'll make it just in time for dinner.
Let's go.
Let's have our farewell meal!
Farewell meal. Act 1 complete. Oh. Offerings to the Fountain of Lucine. Hydro Sigils. Bye. Prima gems. Woo! Daisy, where are you going? Daisy. Daisy. Everyone left the house. Your only option is me. Oh, that's far. Alright. I guess we're going over here. We're going over here. We're going this way. Me and my bird. Me and my birdie. Yeah, no, the only kind of like healing, I wonder if you could call me, because the only kind of healing factor on my team right now is, I think, some kind of like talent or passive ability that the Traveler has, I believe, or something. And
No, my sword.
this increase R2 once it eventually runs out. And I only really use him to freeze people too, so like he doesn't really get much use.
I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste.
Okay, I'll think I'm still. I'm sure I'll like it.
We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while. Paimon's getting excited already.
Yeah,
In
food.
that case, I'll go order for us first. Please wait here a
Unfortunately, I have
moment.
to wait until after stream to start cooking. I cannot cook while streaming because that'll take up a lot of awkward just sitting here.
Ooh, everything looks so good. People in Fontaine sure know how to enjoy life.
Sometimes.
Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever
Yeah,
you like.
turkey.
If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest
Some
of Spinati
bread, some
Rosula next time.
lasagna, whatever that is.
And if it's not?
Well, then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only one dish per table.
Yeah. Sure have your own way of doing things.
Whoa.
Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
It was a pleasure working with you, Navia.
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes.
Oh, God.
Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food.
Sure you did. Bring all the food.
Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon now that this has all happened?
Probably not.
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward, but I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women, but we still don't know what they are really after.
I'll tell Charlotte.
If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person could be dissolved like that.
Yeah, but only Fontanians. We're fine.
Right? Yet it was because this was such a preposterous notion that the investigation could never really move forward before.
Ugh. If only that guy could have finished speaking. We were so close to hearing who was behind it.
True.
In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't have faith in their ability. It's just that a different perspective is required in some matters.
Fair.
It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective. A shift in thinking is required at such times in order to produce a breakthrough, which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exists.
Oh.
Those highfalutin
That's why the
folk
Mafia
are
exists.
not all-knowing. That's why we exist. To seep into the cracks where filth falls through, where their watch fails them. That's the kind of problems we solve.
The Vigilante Mafia.
Seems Paimon thought things were simpler than they actually are.
It's all right. Well, this was supposed to be a farewell meal, so I doubt you have further interest in this business, right? Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
I need to talk about the Hydro Archon, about my sister, see if she knows her, things like that.
That's true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended. It didn't really seem like the right time or place to do it anyway.
I see. So, your primary objective, which has been foiled so far, was to have a chat with the Hydro Archon.
Yep.
I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina. I suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while, considering that you missed your chance today.
I mean, probably not. She had a whole welcoming ceremony just because of us, making a big scene out of it. I think I'm pretty important. I think I'll probably skip the line.
Yeah. We've heard that she's super popular here in Fontaine, and that it'll be tough getting any of her time.
Well, would you consider some more, unique ways? Perhaps even methods of, let's say, questionable legality?
Yeah, sure.
Guess that's Spina di Rosula's boss for you. Chock full of sketchy ideas. Well, what did you have in mind?
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance. I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to finish watching the play. Don't you think?
Could you suggest something a little more practical? This plan seems pretty hard to pull off. We'd have to go learn how to act, and acting's really hard.
All right, here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed. Then wake her up in the dead of night and demand answers. Don't let her go back to sleep until she answers all your questions.
I can probably do that one.
I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can finally get some sleep.
That might work, but that's not really the problem. The problem is we don't want to get ourselves arrested.
Valid point. I overlooked that part. I was just thinking about leveraging a person's desire for sleep.
How can you overlook that part?
All right, no more joking around. Perhaps you could... I don't know. Cut the line when she's on a break. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally. I imagine that she feels quite ashamed about the whole thing.
True.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make some sense.
Would somebody... Could she be ashamed?
Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know, strike while the iron is hot and all.
Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta?
What is Fanta? Fanta?
Is this your drink? Sorry about that. Paimon wasn't really paying attention and the cup was right next to Paimon. Would you like to order another?
No, it's fine. We're just about done here.
But we haven't... Why does the food on the table keep changing, but we're not eating anything?
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fanta anyway. It tastes kind of salty and icky.
I'd have to agree.
Is that so? Huh. Well, in that case, we'll have to blacklist the Fanta here then. If we're all finished eating, then I'll go pay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. We're done.
Yeah, we're stuffed. Thanks for the treat, Navia.
Thank you for the food. I'll take the food at any time. Well, all this food is making me hungry.
Oh, so full.
Paimon can barely float anymore. You could try floating a little lower.
Can't you see Paimon's barely an inch off the ground?
Okay. As for expenses this month, we're left with...
Hey, Navia! What are you doing over there?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
That was a pretty pricey meal, thanks to Paimon.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. Bye, Navia!
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. I'll give your request the highest priority.
Thank you, blonde girl.
In any case, I wish you smooth sailing. I'll see you again, partner.
Goodbye, Navia. I must go harass an Archon now. Act 2 started. Oh, God. Grab this. Go back to the Opera House. So one thing I do want to do real quick, I want to see what the Hydro abilities are before we progress anymore. Oh, where's a big boy statue? This is a big boy statue. I want to... Nope, big boy statue. I want to see what the Hydro abilities are, because we haven't actually looked at that yet. Or I haven't looked at that yet. Wait, no. Wait. Misclick. Misinput. Resonate with Hydro. Oh yeah, an achievement for it too. I'll take it. Alright, so... Oh! Pew, 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 pew. Can I just keep going? Oh, that's actually pretty sick. What if you just tap it? I'm assuming it just consumes the cooldown. Alright, let's just go fight random hilly trolls in Mondstadt. This is not Mondstadt. Random hilly trolls in Mondstadt. Actually, instead of random hilly trolls in Mondstadt, we can just come over here, do this commission or whatever.
Go.
Yeah, I just confused. So yeah, not holding that down is kind of a waste. Water. That was. I like the gun approach though. I do like the gun. Hey, stick 'em up. Pew 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 pew.
Sakura swirl.
Pew 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 pew. Hey, what is this? Oh, it heals me. Pew 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 pew. Ow! Hey!
Take flight.
Stop that. Stop that. I have a swirl of my sword. Okay, there's no point in swinging at you. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, bop. Pew 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 pew. It's not very high damage by default. I wonder if that gets any stronger. Bop, bop, bop. Come here. Come here. I need all the energy I can get. Oh, pew 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 pew. I'll get your toes. I'll get your toes. Watch it. Watch it. Oh, no. Come here. Come here. Pew! See, that got vaporized with the spark. We got the ult. What is the ult?
Bombs away!
Water. Oh, and it goes the enemies. Okay, so it's like a little water vortex that goes the enemies and probably does something else. No, that doesn't reach. Hey! Let me up! Let me up! Oh!
Water jet!
I forgot there's a wave too! Okay, now that we know how it goes.
Embrace the ice.
What if you start throwing stuff? Okay, well, now that we know how it goes, that's good. We've done what we do. But I'm gonna actually like, hold on. Let's use this, go here, character. Let's see what it actually does. So we have the stamina on, what? No, here it is. Wait, what is this? Oh no. Okay. How to damage the opponents when coming into contact. Hold, aiming mode, constantly fire off. Okay. Okay, so you can shoot. So when it ends, you shoot the big boy attack. Okay. Pierces opponents. Oh, certain intervals. Wait, what? Spirit breath? I don't know. I don't know. So you have the gun, and then you have the slow moving floating bubble that deals continuous hydro damage, and it kind of like tracks them a little bit. And then this is what drops the water, I'm assuming, and it heals us. Yeah. Okay. Pretty cool. I'd say it's pretty cool. But we are, however, going to go back to a Nemo. Oh, grand statue of the seven. Oh, Venti statue. Let me be a water boy again. Okay, so do I have actually activated the new quest? What is this? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Nope. Actually, that is what I wanted to do. Wait. Is the quest started? No. Navigate. To go there, which means we should go here. Now let's go see the Hydro Icon. Now that we know what the water abilities are, I think they're cooler. They're cooler than Geo. You know, Geo's pretty lame. Bruh! Could I shoot the birds with the water pellets?
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Araneas might have been the last one.
Vache.
Oh,
Looks like we're back here again.
the water's talking to me.
Traveler? Are you hearing voices again?
Yes.
Ugh. That's kind of spooky. Are you sure we don't want to come back in the morning?
Okay. No. Can I try talking back? I can feel strong emotions.
Hang on. I'm hear a voice. It's calling for Vache, right?
Paimon, why can you hear it?
Hey, traveler! Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
I gotta investigate. I gotta investigate. Oh, hello. Where is this?
Are you my dear
The
Vache?
Oceanid? Like the boss?
No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache? Do you know where my love is?
I'm afraid not.
Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know.
The Oceanid lore?
My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide, never to be recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten?
You were once...
Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who has lost their form.
You lost your form?
I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water.
Oh no.
And then all grew dim.
Is the Oceanid like a collection of all the girls?
I also remember going to many places. I loved adventure.
Why is
loved
Oceanid not
exploring
that?
places of peril. No matter where I went, Vache would go with me. I knew how dearly he loved me. And I also loved him equally as much. But now, we can no longer go back. The pain of such parting. I never knew how heavy it could be.
You need me to find him, homie?
No. Our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way for us to create any new memories. The thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the
What is sucker?
If you meet Vache, tell him not to look for me. Tell him to move on. That is the only thing I still remember. Perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters, losing consciousness, I saw Vache above the surface. His eyes were filled with such sorrow, such longing.
Did he kill her with the water?
If only I could have comforted him. Told him that I did not suffer. Indeed.
Oh no.
I had felt a great warmth. Is that what you call it? Dissolving. If anything, I consider it a form of release. It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless peace, like the water's still surface. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want and anxiety.
After the body is dissolved.
I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think.
Alright, I wonder how much time has passed.
Farewell, then. I am glad that you were able to sense my presence. Remember, if you see Vache, tell him not to seek me out any longer.
Okay. Thank you, Oceanid. So is Vache evil? Hey, what's going on? Hey! What? What is going on? Wait, fighting the guards? Fighting the guards? Okay. What is going on? Wait, what is going on? Oh, it's our time to shine, baby! Wait, wake up!
God.
Wake up, Aether.
It's a whole army of Gardamex.
Ah.
Chlorand?
But why? Hey, she's on our side. She's on our side. So now they're wary of her.
Quick,
Two fronts. Woohoo! Yes! Wait, action, baby. Yes. Okay. We have the best duelist in this whole country with a gun. And us, except we're not doing anything yet. Oh, okay, that was Navia. I was hoping that was us. Why we're just sitting here? Come on, we're better than this. So she's a great sword user? So what? Fill me in, what just happened?
I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Clorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
I'm still over here like, oh, my head.
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he alive today.
Do not speak of my father!
Uh-oh.
Sorry, demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Clorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come
Hey,
to the
Rui, welcome
conclusion that
back.
I'd be in great
Welcome back,
danger?
Rui. No, they popped off. I was so sad that we weren't part of the fight, though.
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful. Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
So the person behind the disappearances took control of Mr. Robot guards and sent them towards us.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with the Maison Gardiennage could control them.
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago.
Hey, Daisy.
They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law.
Oh, these are rogue mechs.
I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means, deploying them as a private force of sorts.
That midday nap is different. No, I'm over here chilling. I'm out of it. I was talking to some Oceanid, the Oceanid, unless there's multiple, and then I'm just chilling. All I did was manage to pull my sword, and then I was like, nope, back to Eep.
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rashly.
I will continue investigating no matter what. We will bring the truth to light. That's my father's true last wish. Regardless, thank you for your help today, Clorand. But if you get any ideas, tell me first. I don't much appreciate being followed.
Valid.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall stop following you. Good day, all.
So Clorand is for some reason loyal to Navia's father. But also the state.
I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorand was being sincere with you. If we tried, we could attempt to thaw relations.
Of course you like Clorand, Rui.
I know, she's...
What just happened?
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done for! Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us! Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorand who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Oh, you're a fighter now, Paimon?
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway. In truth, I hope that every meal we have together shall be a victory feast.
Yo.
As such, we're still partners. There's no need to thank me.
Aww.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on account of her goodwill long ago.
I can't. I'm a traveler.
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger? You sure did show up in the nick of time.
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
How?
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow?
Paimon contributed somehow.
Paimon's even more amazing than she thought!
Yes, all thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
Wait, what?
How did that help?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said, that the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky.
What do you mean by that?
Fanta only comes in sweet flavors, so how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
Were we poisoned?
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
They're trying to dissolve us?
Yes.
Oh,
So
but that wouldn't have
if
killed
you hadn't
us. It
drunk
would kill
that cup
her.
For me,
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
Huh. Really?
Fortunately, Paimon, neither of us are from
I
Fontaine.
sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate, but whoever did this left no trace at all. That's when I figured out that you might be in danger and hurried here as quickly as I could.
But why would they go after us too? All we did was defend Linny in court and help clear his name. Ugh, now we're caught up in this mess too, aren't we?
cookies?
Well, you did foil a plan that they were probably pretty proud
My
of,
sweet tooth,
and almost got
no.
their name in the process.
That's fair.
Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial seawater?
Well, it can't be a coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. He said that he heard that voice calling for Vache again. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too. But it was real faint. Does this situation have to do with the primordial seawater then?
The ability to hear voices like that has to do with one sensitivity to the hydro elements.
Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not from Fontaine?
Apparently.
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
New intel.
New intel? While you were out cold?
Well, let's hear it, shall we?
The voice in the fountain belonged to one of the missing women.
Oh, that is important.
And Vache was a witness.
Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene.
Yes, he's evil.
But he
Vache
never
is
gave
evil.
testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater.
You should try searching for him.
Thank you. This is very important information.
Vache
indeed.
is with the
We will
organization.
continue to investigate.
By we, you mean... Alright, partner.
Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That means we're still partners, right?
Yeah, we're all buddies.
Besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easily, are you, Traveler?
This will prove to be their biggest mistake.
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased.
She's
You are
smiling.
the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
You talk too much.
Damn.
Well, in that case,
You
let's head
talk
down to
too
one of our
much.
bases, shall we? I'll arrange
Off rip.
accommodations for you. We
Alright.
also have some plans to go over, and
Wait.
hopefully we can deepen our bonds as partners.
Wait, no, I want to see the
We'll take that
Archon.
one step at a time, I guess.
Archon, no.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
Guys, no, I was on my way to the Archon. I wanted to, guys, I wanted to see Farina. This is not my plan for the evening. This is not my plan, guys. We're getting sidetracked here. Didn't I just tell you guys I was gonna go see the Archon, and now you're like, oh, follow me back to my stronghold. No. Where's my sister? That's all I care about.
It's right up ahead. But let's make sure we weren't followed first.
You just want to say Burger King. Actually, Shay sent me something about Burger King earlier today. Apparently, Burger King's collabing with One Piece.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Okay, Mafia Man.
Huh, very good. But let's not let our guard down for now.
I shall find rooms for our respected guests.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue, traveler.
Okay. Where are we going? Down. Open the door. Rah! Ow. Ow, that hurts. Hold on. You got... Why did you get Burger from the King, Sosa, out of everything? Out of everything you could have got, why did you get Burger King? Yo, this hideout's kind of secret. Whoa, not the water. Water's evil. What did you get from the Burger King? What did you get from the Burger King? That's my cousin, by the way. Burger King, you know, we go way back. They have the same last name. The closest to you. God dang it. I went the wrong way. No, I didn't. Oh, teleporter. Yes, yes. That's some nice music. Very steampunky vibes. Viewpoints. There you go, we got a teleport down here. Below the surface. Merlos, how did you get here so fast? Merlos. Legal advisor. What is a number 7? I don't know what a number 7. I don't go to... I've been to Burger King like twice. I need to know.
This is your base?
I need to know in great detail.
Not quite what Paimon imagined.
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Thanks.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately. After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Oh, nice.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone. But if you have the support of the people, that does sound like it's worth it.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge.
What is social send?
I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
Financial situation was a lot better. Okay, okay. So you're not responsible.
He was the previous boss of Spina di Rosula, right? How did he...
Spicy chicken sandwich. How did he die?
Mademoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
Sure.
I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. And as partners, this is something I hope they can understand.
Okay.
My father's name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets.
Okay.
3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor instead of standing trial. He died in the duelist's ring.
Daisy, what are you barking for? What are you barking for?
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up.
It was a setup.
At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence.
But
strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender, determined to die in the arena.
Oh.
3 years later, I still don't understand why he did that.
Okay.
How could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself.
It does seem quite odd.
The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
Ah, so
maybe he didn't really get dissolved.
Determined to get to the bottom of that case.
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in, but
haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation records.
Okay.
However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something.
Okay.
They must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must get to the truth.
Okay.
If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me.
Oh.
And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
Seeking the truth. You know, we're quite alike.
Demoiselle, please, if there is anything I can do, anything at all.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you, Demoiselle.
Okay.
Master Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him to be dubbed Callus the Unfaithful. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our strained finances at present.
Wait, if Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
Maybe.
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really. Everyone's like that.
That's fair.
People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
But how could... never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth. He didn't deserve to have that happen to him.
Yeah.
There is one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel was Ms. Clorand.
Oh.
Oh, her? Well, then, isn't that as good as saying that she was the one who killed him?
Yeah, no wonder you guys don't like each other. Well, no wonder you don't like her.
Yeah, that's not the sort of thing that you can just let go and move on from.
No.
Miss Clorand has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. If her opponent doesn't yield, she will not stop either.
Okay.
She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute in the arena...
Okay.
There was only ever one choice she could have made.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't deal with this yet.
Fair.
Don't worry, Navia. Paimon knows how you feel. You don't have to force yourself to do that.
Afterward, Miss Clorand told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety.
Yes,
that is our understanding as well.
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me? All right. Anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Even if it did sound like I was just complaining towards the end.
No, I get it.
Thanks. You two should go and rest. This was quite a day after all.
But I'm supposed to go, I got to go see the Archon. No, the Archon.
Relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you rest soundly.
Sure. But I wanted to go to the Archon. I didn't want to go on this side quest. I want to go on this side quest.
Paimon slept so well. This place feels almost too safe.
Don't jinx it.
Huh? Navia? Where did the other two go?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters. There's not much for them to do here at the moment.
Poisson.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back. But never mind that. When did you get back? Were you waiting here the whole time?
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vacher.
Okay.
Wait.
Being productive.
Sleep at all?
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. it doesn't seem to have a match anywhere.
Uh-oh.
I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle. But that does prove that this Vache person is a key witness in the incident.
That's true. I mean, he was. I think he's evil.
Does that mean we're too late, though?
But had to follow orders.
No. There is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine that they would find almost impossible to threaten, no matter how much they wanted to.
Okay.
And that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. A place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept.
Okay.
If the Oceanette you met is one of the young women who went missing recently, we should be able to find some related information there.
Yes.
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. Guess that's the hard-working Chief Justice for you. In that case, let's go talk to him, shall we?
I like how I thought that Neuvillette was gonna be like evil and biased, but he was just like a fair dude.
Aren't you coming along, Navia? Did you get tired?
No, it's nothing. Let's go see the Honorable Chief Justice.
Okay. Can't I, like, not do that?
The Palais is right up ahead. Come on.
Can't I not do that? Hello, is Farina here? I'm not really looking for Neuvillette. I would like to see Farina. Hello.
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters.
Okay.
Huh. This place does look pretty heavily guarded. Guess that proves that Neuvillette's files are really secure.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
No. No. You know what? Just because I think that... Okay, guys, I think we have to wrap it up today so that Social can't see Neuvillette. We finished the trial. We're ending early, despite Social. It's all over now. No, I'm joking. We still have another hour to go.
Who are you?
We have another hour to go.
I don't care who you are or who you might be related to. Our rules make no exceptions.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep, anyone can tell. If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit. Unlike some, we're busy, so please leave if you don't have a reason to be here.
Yeah, you look the same as the other furball.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the trial of the great magician Linny.
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys. It's all coming back to me now.
Yeah.
We're here today to report and archive some
I
information.
joked about ending stream, and now everyone's gone. No, everyone's gone.
Is that even a thing?
I don't know.
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official business. You can trust us.
Yeah, sure.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is just inside.
Oh, hi, Rui. Yeah, the Chief Justice.
Thanks so much.
Alright. Hey, Neuvillette. Hey, man. Knock, knock.
Please, come in.
Hey, bro. Do you have any records about, Forche or something like that? I don't remember the name.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Neuvillette. We only lied to get in because we didn't know any other way.
Yeah.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
I have a question.
So you're not mad at us?
We're looking for a man called Vache. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
Of course. I can be patient for you, Mr. Man.
Who knew that Neuvillette would be so easy to talk to?
I mean, he's a chill guy. He's more chill than I thought. Tick tock, tick tock.
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vacher has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years. There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Guess that's that.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Is that so?
No.
All right then. Thank you so much, Monsieur Neuvillette. We'll take our leave now.
Him?
Oh, is that like dismissing us?
Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
Oh no.
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette? Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. You only said those things because you felt like you should.
Uh-oh.
It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear. If you truly regret my father's death, then why didn't you call a stop to the duel? Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away?
Oh,
Why
no.
didn't you just let him die, despised and hated by all?
Oh no.
Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest effort could have changed everything. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. So many questions he still owes me answers to.
Oh no.
If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret.
And he does it immediately. Oh, he looked away.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
He looked back.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone. It's not so much that you can't feel, but that you would never express anything. Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that was heavy. That was a little heavy. Oh, it's just like a bee. She's all black and yellow. She's like a bee. She's a bumblebee.
Navia, are you okay?
I'm fine. Rain. It's raining.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't be any active trials today. How strange.
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
Does rain matter?
What is it? Did you think of something?
Probably in the land of the Hydra, probably. Was he outside?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene?
Water!
That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that. But didn't find anything about it.
Dissolved! There's something you didn't know at the time.
Wait.
The fact that people could be turned into water.
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water? And then got washed away with the rain?
Someone could have.
And if that's what had happened,
Angry.
then no one would have believed your dad, even if he explained what he saw to the authorities.
I really think I found a true genius for a partner.
Oh, I'm a genius, alright.
You're completely right.
I'm also super powerful.
Connect the dots earlier.
I fought gods, Fatui harbingers, Fatui leaders, strange beasts from all over the lands. I've spoken to the gods of nearly every place in Tibet. I clashed with some random being in the sky, and that's how I landed here. I am the genius that this world needs, and my sister is also here. She's been here for like a few thousand years, apparently, and she's pretty evil. So I'm looking for her.
All right, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
But I kind of want to just talk to Farina, though.
Yeah, we're gonna make progress for sure this time.
Yeah, okay.
Do you want to go with me now? Or do you want to head over by yourself later?
Let's go.
Great. Let's go then.
John leaves my homie, by the way. Well. Down we go. Teleport. 2 points.
Whoa! What a huge ship! Why would a ship be anchored at a place like this?
There's no need to be so surprised. While it may look like a ship, it's actually Spina di Rosula's headquarters.
It's the shape base.
My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. Perhaps our taste in exterior design is the only thing we occasionally had in common. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It
Hello,
symbolizes
Shay.
Spina di
Hello,
Rosula's
hello.
bright and limitless future.
I was not listening to you. I'll have you. Moving on.
You were bluffing when you said Spina di Rosula had a glorious past.
I was not. I still don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't listening. I'm sorry.
Such a history would live in the sewers. But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
She's been convinced.
Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began.
Why are you
after
French?
all. It's our main base, our home.
Nice. So, which is the home? Is this the home? Is the sewers the home? Which one is the real home? No. Exploring this area is gonna be so annoying. Sushi's gonna be my dinner now. Like the person or the food? Because I don't think Sushi the person would appreciate that. I think that is cannibalism. I think that's cannibalism. I think that's cannibalism. Oh god! Hello, fellas. Why'd you look away?
We're back.
Don't act like you didn't see us.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners.
My boss sent out a message. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore it.
You said before
Doesn't apply
that
to
you
me.
still had some business at the court. What brings you back to Poisson so quickly?
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You see, what if my father's case had something to do with water from the primordial sea?
True.
You still remember, right, Malus? On that night, it was raining?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call impossible murders.
The mastermind is the same person.
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson.
What is that?
At a glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite your mood and produce many pleasant
Thank you. I
hallucinations.
appreciate it, Shay. I appreciate it. Good luck with your pal world and let me know how it goes.
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention mentioned that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
The drugs!
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial sea.
One day.
If you drink synth for an extended
One day
amount
I'll
of
be
time,
monetized.
you'll suffer
And
many
one day
side
that'll
effects,
matter.
such as losing the ability to focus or control your emotions. And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia
But right now I
and
just need the watch
anxiety,
time.
while lacking
Maybe
energy to do anything.
Maybe once I get the
It's an
watch time.
extremely
Okay, hold on,
dangerous
she's still talking.
substance.
I thought she was done. Maybe once I get the watch time requirement to unlock a few more features, maybe they'll double, like they'll reverse the whole, like strike that took away my features, because something that like Darkrai or Caleb said when some stream that got me in trouble.
As he oversaw Puissant, my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse, and called for a complete
Let me
ban
check.
of it.
I needed a bit more, and by a bit I mean like a lot more. But so, oh, I need a lot. I think some of my watch time has expired and isn't eligible anymore. So I still need like 24,000 hours for people to watch me in the year. I think some of my watch time expired by now because it was higher. So we're kind of back to square one. 24,000 hours. Yeah, that's because I think it's mostly because you're expected to have like an audience, and so it would accumulate. But maybe one day, I don't have a community like Ray. Ray definitely has that. There's no shot that Ray doesn't have that. I don't know if he does, but I'm assuming he does. Because Ray has a community. But at the same time, he privates his streams a lot, which I don't think private streams go to it. I think only public content does. I don't know. I don't know.
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath, but no matter how much they threatened or bribed him,
Maybe.
he refused to yield.
I don't record or edit enough videos. I need to be the next Ray one day. I definitely need to do more videos.
Not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation and put an end to the problem once and for all.
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. So he could never get anything out of the dealers, all of whom only sold the stuff and weren't privy to the rest of the operation.
Okay, smart.
Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally, he was able to convince someone to become his informant.
Yeah, spy.
The man's name was Jacques. He felt
Why are they all
greatly
French?
ashamed about his work after seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse.
Okay.
That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with Jacques over some food. But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my father, still holding a gun, and Jacques, who was already dead on the ground.
Huh. What? 2 gunshots. Maybe. So, theoretically, someone... Never mind. I'm gonna catch up on Honkai. Okay. Alright, here's my theory on how it happened. Which is kind of what Aether already said. So, they're having the thing, they come out, they're talking outside, some random guy pulls up, goes pow pow, and Spy's dead, and then he waters himself. He kills himself, sacrifices himself with the water, bam, and now it's just Mr. Daddy, who had the gun out, ready to retaliate, and gone. Bam, he's framed.
Huh? How did that happen? Aren't they on the same side?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious, but neither appeared to have any motive at all. Looking back on it, though, I now believe the most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time.
Pieces of clothing.
Pieces of clothing left at the scene.
Oh.
Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. Back then, we all just thought they were some costumes that Jacques used to disguise himself at the banquet.
Whoa.
But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person at the scene. With one extra person, we'll also need to reconsider why the 2 shots were fired.
I don't think they would have gotten an argument. I think the third
You're
person.
right. We still don't know what happened.
Third person's the baddie.
But my intuition tells me that we're on the right track to figuring it all out. I'm finally headed towards the truth.
You're welcome.
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. It's unlikely that he turned on Boss with 0 warning.
That's true.
I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth.
Yeah, that's basically what I said.
On that note, however, even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as your
God, the music.
father's butler, I must still offer a word of warning. Our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice.
Malus is like the Alfred to Navia's Batman.
Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives. There is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise and in line with Boss's wishes to step back and give up on the case.
If that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that himself. Was I not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the one most kept in the dark.
I'm assuming most of the next stream is going to be involving Navia's stuff and not Farina's, so I might put Navia on the next thumbnail. Maybe question mark?
What
Unsure.
was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything in the end? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by.
Uh-oh.
Nothing has changed.
Uh-oh.
Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death and live out my life just as meaninglessly? I've never accepted that. Ever. Not since that day, and certainly not now. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake. For the missing girls, for the victims, and for myself.
Navia.
This is indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be quite reliable, and more importantly, demoiselle, I think you're also ready to take this on.
So you do know something else, Malus?
Yes, I do.
Oh, Malus has information.
In fact, even before that banquet, Boss already knew of the connection between Synth and the serial disappearances case.
Okay.
But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you, demoiselle, had been selected as the next target to disappear.
Oh?
What?
Boss also didn't tell you that he had been diagnosed with a rare illness. The doctors told him that he had no more than 5 years left to live.
By the way, it's been 3 years and you're just now saying this, Malus.
And the serial disappearances case caused him great anxiety. 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing conflict. But once he passed away, all the danger would pass on to you. Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already gotten his hands on some key incriminating evidence for the other side, and even told some members of Spina de Rosula about the details.
And who?
But as long as you remained safe, he would not share the evidence with the public. If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
Right. So nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time, the other side has not tried to take Demoiselle's life.
Until recently.
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard. Especially someone as proud as Boss.
Oh, man.
To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful was still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
So he chose to die in silence, so that he could protect me.
Uh-oh.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, demoiselle. What Boss wanted to hand to you was not a parasol, but a sword. If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight? No. He might have set up everything precisely because he never thought I'd be able to understand him. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care in the world. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case, he really didn't need to give me an easy way out. Malus, what was the key evidence that he shared with you?
Yes.
It's the location where synth is produced. Essentially, it's the enemy's headquarters. When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the incriminating evidence he found. But if you want to use it against the enemy, you'll
Send us
still
in
have
here.
to
We
take
can't be
several
dissolved.
things into consideration.
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization that's been in operation for decades.
Okay, but I'm a traveler.
There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to find inside, nor what people we may be able to capture. But a single visit to their headquarters would be tantamount to a formal declaration of war.
When I think about it, though, I mean, one of the reasons I have considered switching to Twitch for streams is so that I can turn applicable streams into videos. Obviously not games like this, but like things with other people or like more interesting single player games. Like I don't think anyone would watch Genshin playthrough video. I don't think that's the kind of content that Genshin players enjoy. I think they would like discussion videos about Genshin more. But I did have that idea so I can like make more videos, because I don't think on YouTube streaming a game and then having a game or streaming something and then having it be a video too, sure, I can cut it down for people who would rather watch it in video form, but I feel like people would criticize that even more and be like, oh, why do you have it here and here? And I'm like, I don't know, I feel like people would judge me.
The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed.
Yeah.
But also open ourselves up to full retaliation.
I think like the Twitch thing, like Twitch stream turn to the video wouldn't be like no one would bat an eye, but I feel like if I do a YouTube stream that it also becomes a video, people would be like, but why? I don't know. And plus, I have never done it before, so I don't know how well I could turn it into videos, because I can't afford to hire someone.
Then, in that case, why not work with the Fontaine authorities?
Because, like, yeah, no, if someone on YouTube were like, look at the stream and look at the video and be like, huh, weird. What's the point? And the point would be to shorten it for shorter attention spans. But I don't know.
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case. We have no idea just how thoroughly they may have been infiltrated.
That's true.
That's true. Seems my father really had no choice. But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt
I'll do it for
now
life.
that we've connected Synth with the disappearances case.
I feel like you would be like Jason, though. Like, good at it. I feel like you'd be good at editing. But very procrastinating about it, maybe might be the right word, because you like your bed. You really like your bed. Damn.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Malus.
I am the butler, after all. I live but to serve the boss and Demoiselle's will. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake. But considering my relative lack of ability, I've spent my time keeping secrets, performing basic investigations, and waiting for the right time to come.
Yes, yes.
Thank you for all of that, Malus. Have you discovered anything new in the past few years?
Let me think. One conclusion I came to was that the enemy must be quite familiar with Spina di Rosula, or at least have an informant planted here.
Hopefully not.
When I announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few people in the dark and observe the reactions of the synth vendors.
Okay.
If the vendors didn't change their plans, then the individuals informed of our orders must be innocent. If the vendors packed up and fled, however, then someone must have given them the news.
Snitches.
After several rounds of testing and investigative tracing, I've narrowed the suspect list down to 3 people.
Who is the snitch?
The first is Florent, Spina di Rosula's senior advisor.
Okay.
Huh? Florent?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people Boss trusted the most, which also means that he was someone who understood Boss really well. Thanks to his position within Boss's innermost circle, he always knew our upcoming plans and could thus avoid capture this whole time.
Playing Genshin. I mean, like, I don't know. The only people that like, obviously, you have to consider like who people who don't know your channel might like, who might it attract and bring to the channel, who might watch it. But the people who already, the few people who already keep up with me to some extent, I know they wouldn't watch it if I were to like break down what I'm doing now into a video. And then you'd probably have to skip a lot of dialogue for sure, cut out a lot of this dialogue. But I don't even have space on my... So one thing I've learned is that I actually can't transfer videos and clips to my laptop from my PlayStation easily because there's a transfer limit, unfortunately, when it comes to exporting something to a flash drive. So I'd have to do all the editing on my PlayStation, which is very bad. PlayStation editing kind of sucks, which I'm gonna have to deal with. That's what I have available, so I'm gonna have to deal with. But I also have like no space on my PlayStation. I need to start using some of my clips, or just like wipe them so I can get rid of the clips, because I have no space. I probably could not clip full streams and break it down if I wanted to at the current moment. So I should definitely work to using my clips or filtering them, whatever.
There's someone else like him too. Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Ah, the Confrérie of Cabrières.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in Poisson. The boss helped it to grow to its current size and prominence. In the beginning, they were only reselling some daily goods, but now they're one of the richest guilds around, with a lot of business connections in the city.
Need to open up some space before I mess around with that.
So, they're like a sister organization of Spina di Rosula?
I have a Minecraft stream that I want to stream it. I love streaming. I want to stream it. And I also want to break it down to a video. And then there's just one issue, is that I need to do it with PlayStation people, because no one else's audio can be yeah. Because I needed people's audio. If I include anyone else, I need their audio to be in it, because it's for fun, but also content. Because I think it'd just be good content, but it's something that I think would be really fun that I want to do. Then I'm thinking of downloading and playing Control, because Caleb really likes Control. I know that he suggested it really heavily, and I heard it's kind of SCP-like, surprisingly, from TikTok, but TikTok could be lying to me. Honestly, they're lacking. So I might have a Control streams coming up eventually depending on how available I am. I'll get to it eventually. The thing is, with single player games, it's so hard for me to get into it. Well, no, it takes a lot for me to play a single player game over a multiplayer game. But it's once I get into it and I start liking it, then I'm hooked. But it's really hard for me to give it a chance. I'm really bad at giving things a chance.
Yes, you can say that. When we
But there's a
were
lot I wanna
fighting
do.
against the synth dealers, they provided us with plenty of support. It's a bit difficult to imagine someone using their own money to hunt down themselves.
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Spina di Rosula and the guards.
Okay.
Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still many activities we have to report to the local authorities.
Yes, we have to report them.
Since Thierry is always in the know about our current activities, he could theoretically always plan one step ahead.
I have to find them all.
I see. These are all people who I communicate with quite regularly. To think that the enemy we've been fighting against has been right next to me all along, among those I trust the most. It's almost too hard to believe.
Is it bad that I'm kind of looking forward to ending stream because I'm really hungry and I want to make orange chicken while I do my schoolwork?
If you want to investigate them, please take every precaution to not alert the quarry. Judging from our experience, the enemy is extremely cautious.
Extremely cautious.
And thank you, Malus. You've provided us with a lot of great information.
You're too kind, my lady. I'm just doing my duty.
You learned so much.
And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence would also mean clearing him of blame in Jacques' death.
Of course. Well, obviously.
After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. They still live in Poisson today.
Oh, okay.
If it might help, you could also pay them a visit. I can make the necessary arrangements.
Oh, thank you so much, Malus. You really are the best.
A new case awaits, my dear partner.
Leave it to me,
I hope
homie.
we can work together to uncover the truth and end this case once and for all.
And I hope that I'll actually be able to talk to Lady Farina at some point and ask about my sister. Oh, we're still doing this. Okay. Hey! What happened to your dad? What happened to your husband?
It is settled, then. Please excuse me, and enjoy your conversation at your leisure.
Okay.
Thank you for arranging everything for us, Malus.
I'm assuming that the wife and daughter don't believe that he actually killed him, or else why would they stay here?
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
Yes, pushes them into the abyss. What you mad about? Don't look at me like that.
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time. After what happened, I didn't know how I was supposed to face the two of you.
Ah, if it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rosula sent us a lot of mora and support. I understood your guilt and apology to be genuine.
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques? I can understand the kind of pain that comes with losing a father so needlessly.
You don't understand at all.
Sure she does.
I didn't know how to face you, because I didn't know what I could possibly bring as a consolation gift. I know only the full truth could bring closure to you, and to all of us.
Shut up, Adele. I swear to God, I will end you.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to
Endgame.
carry all that guilt. On the matter regarding my husband, my daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe that my father could ever bring himself to shoot Jacques.
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times that if he could turn back the clock, he would never go into the synth business again.
Okay.
He had many regrets, and felt that he took the idea of providing for his family too literally. For the longest time, he thought Mora was everything.
Okay.
So when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal, he accepted it almost immediately. He tried to be as careful as he could.
Hold on. Is this like a new mystery? Okay, new mystery. Cool.
But even so, he was still found out by the higher-ups.
They found out about his betrayal?
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us.
Wait, what? Someone ordered...
I don't know that for sure, but you could say that's the conclusion I eventually came to.
What?
Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callis had always taken great care of us, both when he was still alive and after he passed away. Even if he fired the shot that killed my husband, it was likely in self-defense. It is impossible for me to hate him for what he had done.
Yeah, well, apparently your daughter hates us. We're just chilling.
But Mama, why is Papa still the bad guy if he did the right thing?
Is it the right thing?
Papa always wanted to be a good man, so why did he have to do a bad thing in the end?
He did a bad thing all the time.
Well, things aren't always as they seem. You still feel like your Papa was a good man, right?
Yeah, Papa was a really good man. The best in the whole world.
Then you should hold on to that. If a good man had to do a bad thing, then he must have had his reasons, regardless of whether he left you a parasol or a sword. He must have done so to give you a better life.
Oh, she's gonna cry.
Oh. Thank you for everything you've told me.
So...
I will definitely find the truth.
Okay.
The current state of things is not something I'm willing to just sit back and accept.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to hear this from you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really similar.
You really think so? That's the first time anyone said that to me.
Half this trial is gonna be the grand trial, half this trial is gonna be more mystery stuff. Half of this trial, half most of the stream. Because I realized that this whole title and the thumbnails all for the trial, which has only lasted like about half, maybe an hour of the 3-hour stream. That's the thing with Genshin streams, is I name it after like what we're gonna like start with, and then we always end it, and I'm like, well, this is only half relevant now.
And we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city.
Alright, let's go have this one final conversation.
So please don't worry.
Where do we go though? This last conversation should probably take up all the time that we have. Because I have a writing assignment that may or may not be easy to do. See, it may be easy, but it has to be lengthy. I have a length requirement.
Greetings,
so...
boss. How may I be of assistance today?
Pushes, just kill them all.
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House. Someone got turned into water right in front of us.
Yeah, I've heard. With something that dramatic, I'm sure journalists will milk it for all it's worth. And it'll be all the talk for the next several weeks.
It also reminded me, on the day that the incident happened with my father, it was raining outside. And we found some clothes left at the scene. After my partner here put the dots together for me, I feel like we should try to reopen his case.
We're investigators, baby. Wait, now our outfit's orange. Was it not yellow before? Is it changing because of the lighting? I thought she was like a bee.
Can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened that night?
Let me think. Mr. Callis was feeling pretty upbeat that day. So he was drinking and bantering away with us at the table.
Okay.
After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. So we let him go without thinking much of it. Who knew that we would hear 2 gunshots ring out right after?
Pew pew.
My first reaction was that Mr. Callis's life was in danger. So I grabbed my holster and made a mad dash toward the scene.
Okay.
But when I got there, it was already too late. Mr. Callis was standing over a dead body with a gun in his hands. All we could do was look back and forth at each other, not knowing what to say.
So this is the one place of guns? Like, you're telling me France? France is the most, like, technologically sound, and they have the guns, they have the pew-pews. This should be America. Should be America. Should be Mondstadt that has guns. The land of the free.
So
Insert
you also
eagle noises.
remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed. The guards said that the first shot didn't hit anyone, while the second killed Jacques. But I've never really bought that explanation. Reason being, Mr. Callis had left his gun on the table.
Wait, what?
I even made sure to confirm that before running to the scene.
Wait, what?
But according to the guards, that doesn't mean he couldn't have had other guns on his person. About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned. Do you think there was a third person there who was turned into water?
Possible.
At least from our perspective, my father had no reason to kill. So he would also have no reason to bring an extra gun with him. The gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques, or a third person on the scene.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying Mr. Callis ended up with the gun because he seized it from one of the other guys?
Maybe.
But hold on. If that's what had happened, then why didn't he share the truth with any of us?
Because he was being dark and mysterious.
He didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine, and chose instead to prove his honor in a duel. Did he lose all faith in the courts after seeing someone dissolve right in front of his eyes?
About that, Malus told me a thing or two. So, I think I can understand why he committed to the duel. I'll tell you everything, once the whole truth has been revealed.
I understand. Then, I'll leave Mr. Callis's honor in your hands, boss.
I trust Florence.
And if I may just say one more thing.
Or Florence.
The whole Callis the Unfaithful epithet has been a thorn in my side since the day it was invented.
I lied. Maybe I don't trust you.
Laughed at me for still calling him Mr. Callis, even after so many years have passed. But it was Mr. Callis's trust that allowed me to rise through the ranks of Spina di Rosula and live the life I lead today, no matter what others might say. He'll always be the man I respect the most. And he'll...
Don't worry.
Oh, I cut him off on accident.
Definitely
hey,
find
Daisy.
the truth.
Oh, bye, Daisy.
You and all our other comrades at the Spina deserve to know the truth as well.
At the Spina. Okay. Did not carry the gun until we went out. Let's do another... Oh, God. Let's go talk to the other guy and then we'll call it a day, probably. Hey, pal. You seen anything fishy, buddy?
Hey, Thierry, it's me.
Oh, now, what brings you here, Miss Navia? I've heard that you made quite the name for yourself at the Opera House.
Oh, we sure did.
Oh, so you've got news of that already.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the guards, you know. The way you make it sound, people would think I was sent off to Poisson because I had done something wrong.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that? Under normal circumstances, shouldn't you have been called back to the city already?
I mean, where I work is really up to me. Let's just say I enjoy the ambiance of Poisson.
What is the Poisson? I thought the Poisson was where we just were, which was like 1,000 meters away.
Callis did a fantastic job running the town, building Spina di Rosula from the ground up and clearing many obstructions in my way. It would be next to impossible for me to find a similarly easy but high-paying job in the city. Anyway, enough chit-chat. Are these two friends of yours? You, here for some formal business?
Oh, the formalist of business.
Yes. These two are my partners. What happened at the Opera House made us realize that Linny's case and my father's may be related. We're trying to reinvestigate the details of my father's old case.
Ah, I get it. You think there might be more to the case now that we know people can be dissolved into water, right? I was also flabbergasted when I first heard of it.
Wait. Maybe people can reform because Linetti dissolved in the box, the water thingo. and appeared somewhere else. So maybe they're a part of the bad guys, and when we're investigating, oh my god, they're bad guys and good guys at the same time, and they're experimenting on people because they're trying to understand the water, and the water is evil because it's part of the prophecy, and they want to stop the prophecy, so they don't understand the water, so that they're the bad guys the whole time, and they turned into a drug, and then they stole the drug to get money for the research to research the water, and they're doing it shadily because they're the Fatui, and the Fatui are evil. I figured it all out. I figured it out. Lynette, I'm coming for you. You're evil.
If you want to go through the original files
good at the
from
same
your
time.
father's case, I can help you look for them.
That'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Actually, I have another question. Do you have the authority to dispatch Gardamex?
Of course. Without them, I couldn't possibly handle Poisson on my own. Why do you ask? We definitely can't use them to forcefully get more evidence for your father's case.
Well, you see, just recently, we
I
were
feel like that'd be a
attacked by a
dramatic
horde
twist.
of
That
unnumbered
wouldn't make
Gardamex
sense.
in the city.
Not really, but that's just my theory. A game theory.
So,
Thanks for listening.
if you hypothetically wanted to do something against me,
Hey, Daisy.
all you would need to do was get rid of the mecha serial numbers and send them after me.
Navia, you talking crazy. You're giving away too much. Hey, Daisy. Hey, Daisy. Hey, Daisy. Daisy, what did you do to yourself? There we go.
Then you think too highly of my abilities. Dispatching mecha is very different from controlling them.
Okay.
If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask the chef to cook, but not to massage your shoulders or
Daisy.
carry your baggage.
You chilling with me again?
If you try to make unreasonable demands, the chef would just think you're out of your mind and ignore you completely. The same goes for me and my Gardamex. Removing a serial number is also not as easy as you might think. There are a lot of complex steps to it, and it's almost impossible to keep it a secret. So I can promise you, those mecha were definitely private units. They're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful, or both. Now that you mention it, though, being in the synth business would definitely be profitable enough to afford this.
That's true. But did we even tell you we were attacked?
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Oh, well, thank you for the vote of confidence, Navia.
Okay.
Jokes aside, I'd like to wish you all the best with your investigation. I'll be staying in the city for a little while, so just come find me if you need any support from the guards.
Alright, let's talk to Marcel, and then we're just going to hear his story, we're going to talk to him, and then we're going to call it quits. We've already hit our 3-hour mark. We're just going to finish up this conversation, and we'll continue it. Not tomorrow, maybe, probably not Saturday, but we'll see what we can do Sunday. But let's finish up this conversation, and Sunday we will be back for sure. So if I do a stream Saturday, oh, she just died. Oh no. If we do a stream,
How may I help you?
stop talking. If I do a stream Saturday, it's gonna be something different, and probably like not. I probably won't hold it to the 3-hour length. Because I'll be pretty busy Saturday. I'll be pretty busy. I think, hopefully, maybe.
I'm here to see Marcel. Could you please let him know? You can just say Navia's looking for him.
Sure. I will let him know right away.
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be, so my legs are giving out a bit.
I get old. You're old. Correct.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Marcel. There's no need to stress. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened in the Opera House. I'm sure you saw everything too, right?
Yes, I've never seen anything so strange.
Oh, you were at the Opera House too?
That's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show. Who knew it would turn into a whole murder mystery?
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, but the second accomplice. Who? This guy's the accomplice, but the accomplice was the guard who didn't kill himself, but he died because of water.
I also witnessed your marvelous sleuthing work. Quite impressive.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm a master detective.
To beat the Hydro Archon at her own game on her own turf, I can already imagine everyone in Fontaine discussing your exploits over a few glasses of wine.
Oh, Paimon doesn't want to become the talk of drunkards.
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation. Everyone loves drama and theatrics.
Uncle Marcel, you've also noticed that other thing, right? The fact that humans can dissolve in water?
Yes. I was reminded of your father's case right away. Is that what you're investigating now?
Oh.
Exactly. I still don't have much solid proof, but I can sense that the other side has already begun to act.
Okay.
Oh, and what makes you say that?
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial sea. If not for the vigilance of my partner, I probably wouldn't even be here talking to you right now.
Yeah, we totally saved you.
Oh, you're giving us too much credit. Wasn't it you who protected us?
Alas, it seems things are heating up again. The peace that Callus sought so dearly will soon become a thing of the past. But rest assured, Navia, Poisson will always remain a safe haven for you.
Croissant.
If you're scared, you can always return there. If anyone dares to lay their hands on you there, the Confrérie of Cabrières will use its funds to the last Mora to bring them to justice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. But I don't intend to go into hiding. I'm going to strike while the iron's hot.
So is he just called Uncle, or is he actually Uncle? Because if he's actually Uncle, I wouldn't be too surprised if he's the bad guy. Because it's always the brothers betraying other brothers constantly in fiction. And the Bible, I think.
Do you have any new thoughts on my father's case?
About that. Sorry, my age is catching up with me, so it'll take me a while to recall my memory. The Confrérie was responsible for that banquet, so I was out and about the whole time making sure things were running smoothly. I didn't even have the time to drink with the guests. Then I heard the sound of a gunshot, and the rest was history.
Oh, it's okay. No need to push yourself. We'll ask around some more. See if there are any valuable clues elsewhere.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Just let me know if you ever need Mora. All my wealth comes from Callus's patronage and support. I'll spend however much it takes to clear his name.
We have a backer. Okay, so we're gonna call it here. Me and my bird are gonna head out. Wait, hold on. I want to go somewhere else before I sign off. I want to go somewhere else. But I really want to go start making my dinner and getting my schoolwork done so I can play some Overwatch. But first... Oh, I went the wrong way. Up we go. Up we go. Overwatch, yeah! Overwatch-roo. Sosa's gonna be whammon-less the next few days, so he's actually free. Did I go the wrong way? Oh, I just went to the wrong teleport. The thing is that if Dylan joins, I guess you might not be able, I don't know. Dylan's, quote-unquote special someone could tag along. They usually are paired. They just haven't been a pair as of late, it seems. Or I guess they have, but not when I'm around. Excuse me. Ah! Hey! Let me climb you. Hey! Eh. Oh. Here we are. How do you sit? Resit. I would like to sit. Pretty please. Yep. There we go. Alright. This is where I wanted this in the stream. I think it's fitting. So, doesn't the game give you like an achievement for coming up here? I don't know, but I'm going to in now. I'm gonna make myself some dinner, finish my schoolwork, play some games, and enjoy my night to the best I can. No stream tomorrow because I'm going to be at work like literally like 70% of the day. I'm gonna be awake 70% of the time that I'm awake tomorrow, maybe 80. I'm not gonna actually do math. I don't know how late I'm gonna stay up, but it's gonna be something. So Saturday will also be a busy day. Probably see you never. Oh, okay. Goodbye. Goodbye. No, I'll see you later. We'll see you later. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, Rui. Thank you, Social. Thank you, Shay, for pulling up. Sosa. Thank you the new peoples that hopefully press that cool subscribe button. I'm going. I'm gonna make me orange chicken and have a good time. Well, no, I'm not gonna have a good time. I'm gonna be doing schoolwork. Who am I kidding? There is no having a good time. It's college.